So hi everyone, welcome to Raaonline. This is Dr. Srivatsan, your faculty for biochemistry. And in today's session, we will be seeing about gene expression and regulation. So what do you mean by gene expression and what do you mean by gene regulation? Have you ever wondered, our blood has got beta globulin protein, right? Okay, why only our blood has got beta globulin protein? Our body is made up of cells. Everywhere cells are there inside our body. Even the blood has got red blood cells. So all of these cells has got the DNA. The DNA is same for all the cells in our body. Okay, but why only certain proteins are expressed only in certain specific organs and it is not expressed in other organ? Say for example, you take two different organs. One is lung and one is your stomach, the stomach. Okay. So, your stomach can secrete gastrin. Okay, your stomach can secrete hydrochloric acid. However, your lungs cannot secrete those. But the DNA is same because it's your body, it's your lung, it's your stomach. But how come this is possible? How come the beta globulin chain is expressed only in the blood but not in the muscles? What could be the reason behind this? So this is what we are going to see in this topic. So there is different kind of expression of genes, and if at all a gene is expressing something, that is like switching on something or switching off something at some other places, it has to be tightly regulated. It has to be beautifully regulated so that this kind of expression makes sense. Otherwise everything will go unregulated. So this is what we are going to have an understanding in today's session. Okay. So first let me say what are the basic things you need to, basic new terms you need to understand in this topic. So the first one we need to understand is about various types of biological responses to certain kind of a signal. There is a cell, you receive a signal. Okay, once that signal is received, that cell or the DNA in the cell responds. Okay, so that response can be of three categories. It could be type A or type B or type C. So these are the three types of responses you will normally see for any kind of a biological signal. So these are called as the temporal responses to any kind of a regulatory signal. It is of three types: type A, type B and type 3 responses. Okay. So what do you mean by type A response? You get a signal. So once that signal is received, okay, it causes the expression of gene, and that expression will last until that signal is present, until that activator or inducer or silencer, whatever it is, whichever thing is causing that thing to happen. Okay, so that entire response will remain until that signal is attached, until that signal is getting attached to that DNA. So that is called as a type A response. See, the curve basically will be like this. Without the signal, it is the basal response. Once the signal is getting attached, then it increases the response and it remains at that position till that signal is there. Okay. And once you remove that signal from there, it again restores to its basal position. So this kind of a response is called as type A response. Okay. Then we have got type B response. So what do you mean by type B response? In type B response, again you have got a signal. There is the basal thing, and this signal comes and attaches. This signal comes and activates the gene. Okay. Once it activates, it causes a momentary increase increase in the expression of those genes, and that increase will again come back to the basal position and it remains in that basal position. It is like some kind of a spurt, some kind of a shootout. Okay, this kind of response will come to basal position even though that activating signal is attached to that gene. So this is called as a type B response. It is some kind of a spurt. There is a transient increase in the signal, and once that signal has reached that peak, it will again come back to its basal position in spite of the signal getting attached to DNA. Okay, this kind of a response is called as a type B response. See, various kinds of different pharmacological agents will exhibit this type of response. This is type B response.